Thank you very much indeed, Jason. Lastly, but by no means least, Tony Bygraves, Chief Executive from MRSF.
Good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, thank you, Ray, for doing this for me today. I really appreciate it. I'm very proud of what you've done over the years, and it's indeed a pleasure that you've done that for me today. On the same note, it only seems like yesterday, back in 1983, where Ray first came to open our first offices in Surbiton. Little story about when we opened the business. The company was called, wait for it, MR Security. And as we opened on the 19th of January 1983, the crime prevention officer came in and said, "I've checked you out, Tony, I know all about you, and I'm quite happy to work with you in the future, but you've got to change that name." He said, "I can't imagine going to a break-in and then saying, I'm going to call in Mr. Security and someone's going to fly through the windows, give me a solution." So we come to an agreement, and we decided on the name of MR Security, which traded as MR Security for many years, and then we got heavily involved with fire, so it became MR Fire and Security. And then the last decade we've been quite heavily involved with AV, so the control, so to start and get rid of the complication, it's now the MRSF group, and we, on the logo, it just tells you exactly what we do. So as I say, we were established in 1983 out of Surbiton in Surrey, now based in Kingston. We call it London because most of our work remains around the M25. We had bought a business in 2006 in the north, and so we have now an operation in Manchester too. So what do? You've heard a lot about technology today. These guys, manufacturer, did this kit, and someone has to put it together. Call us the glue if you want. Ray asked me why I went up last, and the reality is, coming up last after you've seen all the technology, you might find a lot of duplication in what I'm going to say, because basically we design, install, service and maintain these systems. And a big thanks to Willmott Dixon for allowing this event to go ahead today. We're fortunate enough to be a Cat A fit-out contractor with them, and we believe it's a strong partnership which we hope to develop. So, why us? We've been going a long time and have lots of experience across the sector range. We can do simple standalone systems to fully integrated turnkey solutions. One of the biggest things we come across in projects over the years has been divorce liabilities. It's not my fault, blame culture, all that sort of thing. And by allowing a single point the opportunity to bring these technologies together, you do tend to avoid that sort of performance. Likewise, having engineers that are multi-skilled, that will reduce labour costs. Having one project manager, perhaps looking after the burglar alarm, the fire alarm, the cameras, the AV, there's obviously the cost saving in that situation. We have a service facility that operates around the clock, outside hours, so we're always there and available to help you. So I think you've heard from, especially from Jason in the last excellent speech, is that these systems are not sector specific. And basically from the cameras you heard earlier on, the cabling, everything else, it's not about just focusing on one sector. These systems can go into any environment. It's just a question of how they get designed and installed and maintained as to the reliability of these things in the future. So MRSF Group is what we're called. And as you can see here, we can control lighting, automation, AV distribution, access control, gate systems, door entry, CCTV, fire alarms, burglar alarms. We've even put irrigation on here because there has been a need for that in some large premises, obviously HVAC. And in more recent times with energy management now, lots of developers are getting points for code by putting energy management devices into large blocks of flats. So we've got some involvement there as well. And of course we have a remote central station which can act sort of action your alerts 24/7. So one company offering a solution different to what you've heard from before, in as much as we are the installer but not the manufacturer. So from design and installation, we can assist you. If there's a design up front, we won't charge for it, or we'll come and talk to you about the conceptual integrated system designs. If you're an M&E consultant, we're quite happy to come and sit with you and try and help you put some specs together, rather than just end up seeing a cut and pasted spec that never ever works. Not suggestive, I mean that anyone does that in this room. We work with architects, interior designers, consultants, planning and procurement. We can help out with project management. And we have a flexible team that can adopt to technology and your installation requirements. So, being a company that's been trading for a long, long time, we offer, obviously, round-the-clock service and maintenance. We can bespoke your maintenance visits to whatever the individual requirements are. We have engineers, obviously, on standby that can deliver the out-of-hours service. And what we try to do is we try and focus on consistency of product in the marketplace, whereby the engineers can be trained and give you the best service possible. This is not always possible because if you've got consultants specifying products that sometimes either standard to the client or non-standard to that particular environment, it may well be that we'd have to review the situation, but where possible we do try and offer the standard product like Control 4 and Original and companies like that. We have our own IT development that's going on. We have a full-time coder in the UK, and we have 2 coders located in Pakistan who are trying to improve on the remote management of sites remotely now. Lots of building companies now are bringing their own one in. Look, we've started our robot build about 5 years ago, and he's consistent. We are constantly feeding him as we currently speak, so it's like a big brain power that's going on into the business to try and get more efficiency out of our staff and more information back at the office to run the business better. So, from our logo, there are 3 icons. One is smart, one is safe, and one is secure. So this is where you might find a bit of duplication from what the content's already been said. So the home automation market is booming in a fast-paced technological world based on convergence. Today is about trying to get consultants, specifiers, and users to think about convergence in the workplace environment. We all have it in our home to some degree. We want to get it into the office environment. So what is convergence now like? The combination of multiple services from a single provider. Different technological systems evolve towards performing the similar tasks. And integration of systems onto a common platform. Now, we're quite happy to try and assist you design these systems to any bespoke requirements you want. I think Jason's already given quite a lot of examples of how these things can come together. You know, this is a big one in the developer market, trying to avoid what the industry call wall-on ceiling annealing, whereby you have multiple devices all in a row, all that because it hasn't been thought out up front, and that you can control this with a single point of device. So, light switches, the example, the audio-visual, the distribution, the door entry, the light control, the HVAC control, the light switches, all from the same source. You know, this is all controlled via data networks and Wi-Fi. A single platform of control with the use of technology will provide you energy efficiency. It can in fact change your lifestyle, as Jason said. You can become more efficient and allow your premises to be more aesthetically pleasing. When you roll those all together, it really is fantastic that we can do this in this day and age. And we are obviously proud of Control 4 dealers. Safe. Right, so this is obviously an important one for everyone. Every home or business owner should be aware of the devastation a fire can create. You must consider the risk of your property, contents and staff. As designers, installers, maintainers and owners of buildings, we all have a legal responsibility and duty of care. A risk assessment, fire strategy and causes effect schedule needs to be carried out. Once again, our 24/7 ARC can monitor and action alerts as required. Once again, we focus on a choice amount of products, whether it be wired, wireless or hybrid. And obviously we supply and fit, maintain and service, disabled refuge, emergency lighting, fire alarms, fire detection, fire extinguishers, public address and voice evacuation systems. And we are also proud to be Gen 24 SI integrators. Finally, last but not least, secure. So there's no doubt having the correct security can reduce the risk of your home and business being broken into. We are insurance and police constabularies approved nationwide. We focus on our choice of products again, whether it's wired, wireless and hybrid, and they will include burglar alarms, door entry, CCTV access control, security lighting, and then onto the physical side we also install gates, grills, locks and safes. We can even identify, monitor and control who goes into and out of your premises with access control system. And more recently now, visual analytics built into your cameras, we can also provide a complete audit trail. The relationship we have with Visual is very, very strong. We're very lucky to be here today because of our association with Visual. And I thank you very much, guys. On now, believe it or not, we've finished for 4 or 5 years, is just around the corner, the Corinthian Hotel, where underneath the hotel, in the beautiful spa, we did all the AV, we did the burglar alarms, we did the cameras, the door entry, the fire alarm and the lighting control system. And to the left of the entrance door, they built 12 luxury residences. Again, AV, burglar alarms, CCTV, data systems, door entry, fire alarm, lighting control, all from one company, which obviously was the benefit of putting all that together in one package. So there you can see a number of our key partners. We use the most comprehensive range of what we call tried and tested, and we call it smart, safe and secure products. So expert solutions and professional services for a few globalised brand names within this fast-paced technological world, and you can see companies up there that we're working with all the time. From a compliance point of view, we comply with the highest industry standards and are recognised by all leading insurance companies and police constabularies nationwide. We use our auditors and trade bodies to ensure we are kept up to date with compliance. Out of all those there, you can see the ISI Gold for burglar alarms, access controls, CCTV. So we have all the approvals that are needed to service your projects. Some of our customers, you can see some recognised brands there. There are obviously a lot more. Some we are allowed to use and some we're not. But if you're not a customer, I'd like to get a new to our next presentation. And thank you for your time this afternoon. Mine's been the easiest one because now we can go upstairs and do some networking and have a drink. Thank you very much.